Guys, what in the world is going on with the Chicago Sky? What is going on with the Chicago Sky? Um, we have gotten some breaking news that has dropped in the last couple of minutes. And it's the fact that Teresa Weatherspoon is getting fired from the Chicago Sky. Yep. You heard me right. In the span of less than a year, after one season, Teresa Weatherspoon is getting kicked to the curb and is getting fired. Guys, this is something that was put out there on social by Annie Costable, the Sun-Times, the Chicago Sun-Times Sky reporter. She posted it about like 30 minutes ago, and I am in complete shock. I did not expect this. I was literally just talking earlier today about Teresa Weatherspoon and how I was very excited about next year and how the future's bright for the Sky and yada, yada, yada. And then I look up and we see this. Teresa Weatherspoon has been fired. Yes, it's ridiculous. It's kind of crazy. We're gonna get into it. Okay. So this was the post that was posted at 8:47 p.m. Central Time by Annie Costable. It says, breaking, the Sky have fired Coach Teresa Weatherspoon less than a year after the hire. And this comes as a big shock because Teresa Weatherspoon, I thought, she thought she was fine. I thought she was fine. Yes, she did leave more to be desired. This season, with some of the rotation she made, some of the X's and O's structure, like, absolutely. I don't totally, love everything she did. However, it was her first year. It was her first year, and the team was absolutely gutted from last year to this year. And so to me, I don't think it makes any sense that Teresa Weatherspoon was cut. I don't think it makes any sense at all. I thought that she did well enough to not get fired. And it again makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Teresa Weatherspoon, she finished out the year with a record of 13-27. Yes, 13-27 is not very good. However, again, this is a brand new team. Brand new team, a brand new coaching staff, all that stuff. So, and also, this team has been injured the entire year. There was only like 2 games this entire season where everybody was healthy. 2 games, guys. You're not going to find that much success when your entire team is injured. After the announcement was made, after it was sort of like the story was broken. We saw Angel Reese post on X, and I want to read her post. I want to read her post, and we'll sort of talk about it from there. But this is like shocking news. Also, I'll read the article that accompanies the story about her getting fired. So yeah, let's first take a look at what take a look at what Angel Reese had to say after it was over, or after the announcement was made. All right, so Angel Reese posted on X saying, "I am heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words knowing that this woman meant so much to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person that believed in me, the only one that trusted me. Many don't even know what it's like to be a Black woman in sports when nobody believes in you. You had a tough job. All the crazy circumstances that we went through this year, when your back was against the wall, you always believed. I came to Chicago because of you. You were an unsung hero in my life. We built a relationship in a short amount of time that will last forever. I'll never question God why he brings people in my life and takes them away from me in the capacity that I need them. But I've always believed everyone is in your life for a reason and a season. You were the best reason and season. You didn't deserve this, but I can't thank you enough. I love you, Teaspoon. And she tagged Teaspoon. Clearly, Angel Reese is not in support of this firing. Clearly, she's not in support. And guys, I don't get it. The reason why I don't get it is because you were building something new. You were building something new. You have your core post players in Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. You have your core. Your core was happy. Angel Reese was very, very happy with Teaspoon. Like you could tell, like her and Teaspoon, they were close, very, very close. We also saw that Teaspoon got along really well with Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter had great stuff to say about her. Great stuff. Enjoyed what Teresa Weatherspoon meant to her and to the team. And I am just I'm at a loss for words, guys. I was on another stream, and then somebody gave a super chat saying that Teaspoon was fired, and I truly, guys, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to J Spot on J Spot Network, because J Spot sent me a Instagram DM earlier today, saying that there's rumblings about Teaspoon leaving or getting fired, and I told her, "Is no way that the Chicago Sky is firing Teaspoon." And then a couple hours later, now she's getting fired. And I don't get it. I think it makes zero sense to me. I'm shocked. I really am. Maybe some of y'all are not shocked. I am absolutely shocked, guys. This was her first year. Yes, the Sky was not that great this year. They've dealt with a lot of injuries. And also, this is a team that is brand spanking new. Why would you hire a first-year coach if you were not a first-year pro head coach? Why would you hire her if you were not willing to go through the trials and tribulations that it takes to have a first-year coach? Why would you hire that? What was the point? What was the point, Chicago Sky, in hiring her, knowing that she's a first-year coach, just to up in and fire her? I don't understand it. Now, guys, we will be finding out more information soon. You know how these things go. We're gonna find out more information soon about specifically what has happened. But yeah, that's the news so far. I do want to get into specifically the article that was wrote about it. Because Annie Costabile wrote a article, sort of breaking the story. I think she broke the story, and then everybody else started making articles after that. And so I wanna get into that. Omega Khan says Chicago should have made the playoffs. Yeah, Chicago could have made the playoffs. Absolutely. I think the Sky are actually in a better position because they didn't make the playoffs than if they would have made the playoffs. But yeah, they could have made the playoffs. Polo says, "Oh no, that's messed up." Yeah, it is. Latoya says that's pretty heartbreaking. It is. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because you have your franchise player in Angel Reese. Angel Reese is the franchise player. Like she is. The player who a lot of WNBA players want to play with. I think if you're a GM, if you're the ownership of a team, you want to make sure that your franchise player is happy, and you want to make sure that they bring in top talent. So the fact that Angel Reese is this upset, clearly she did not co-sign this decision. And yes, she's a rookie, or technically not anymore because her first season's over. But just because she is the rookie does not mean you shouldn't consult with her. I just think that's the case. Mike says Reese is not a franchise player. She is, though. In terms of attention, in terms of centering a team around the player, yes. Is she the best player on the team? No. Franchise player to me does not always mean the best player on the team. It means the centerpiece for the team. It means that the player who really makes stuff shake, and that's Angel Reese. It is. And now I'm just like, man, how does Angel trust this team? How does she trust the management? How does I don't know, man. I am at a loss of words. I am at a loss for words. So let's just get into the article. Let's get into the article and talk about it. Yeah. Let's just do that. Okay. All right. So the article says, Sky fire Teresa Weatherspoon after one season. Again, this was written by Annie Constable at this moment, this is about 50 minutes ago. All right. So let's just go down and read the article. Let's go down and read the article. Says the Sky have fired head coach Teresa Weatherspoon less than a year after her hire, according to multiple league sources. In her first year, Weatherspoon led the Sky to a 13-27 record and failed to make the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. Less than a year removed from the team's says the Sky are looking for their fourth head coach. James Wade was the Sky's championship-winning coach and GM. He is saying that he left. Yep. So yeah, if y'all remember, James Wade, he was both the coach and the GM. He left the Chicago Sky and said, "Peace up, A-Town down." Went up north to he went up north to Canada, Toronto, to be an assistant coach for the Toronto Raptors. All right. After that decision was made, if y'all used to watch Talking Sky with Quita and Mom when we were sitting in our car and talk about stuff after the games, after that announcement was made, we ended up making a video, and me and Mama talked about it, and I was like, hey, we got to figure out who the new coach is. I want Teaspoon. I said that after James Wade left the Chicago Sky, went to become an assistant coach in the NBA. I said that I wanted Teaspoon to be the head coach for the Sky. It took a couple months. But ultimately, Teresa Weatherspoon was eventually hired as the head coach for this season. We saw that this team, they had an interim coach in between the time that James Wade left and Teresa Weatherspoon was hired. You had Emery Vatansever, he was the assistant coach at the time for James Wade. He became the interim head coach for the last half of last season, and he thought that maybe he might get the head coach gig, right? Because he got the team to the playoffs, even though, James Wade left. They didn't give him the head coach gig. They sent them packing, brought in Teresa Weatherspoon. Again, guys, she has not even made it in a full year. She was hired in October, guys. Teresa Weatherspoon was hired in October. We are in September. She hasn't even been with the team for a whole year yet. All right. It says the franchise touted her as the coach to lead them into a new era alongside Clea Copper, who, yes, was at the time like the franchise player. But Copper, did request a trade. We all know this in the offseason. The Sky were trying to get Skylar Diggins-Smith and Nneka Ogwumike to go to the team. Skylar and Nneka liked the Sky. They liked Teresa Weatherspoon, but they did not like the infrastructure that the Sky had around the team, i.e. training facilities, amenities for players, that type of stuff. So both Skylar and Nneka Ogwumike decided to go over to Seattle. And because they chose not to go to the Chicago Sky, shortly after that, Clea Copper said that she wanted a trade. So Clea Copper wanted a trade, and she'd already, I guess supposedly she'd already said that she wanted a trade if they weren't able to get certain pieces. They weren't able to get them, so they traded her to Phoenix. We then leveraged that into the number 7 pick in this past draft, which gives us Angel Reese. So now we have Angel Reese. We also have Camila Cardoso, right? And this team is looking to build, right? You signed Kennedy Carter to a training camp contract, and it's like, okay, well, what's going on? What's going on with this team? Okay. We have a interesting season, a season that's filled with a whole bunch of injuries and whatnot. But ultimately, we make it through the year. Yes, the Sky do not make the playoffs, but it's promise for the future, right? It's promise for the future that, brand new coach, give her a little bit more time. Yes, some of her play calls, some of the X's and O's strategy in terms of the specific stuff that they were running. Sometimes it didn't make sense, right? You were trying to run. The team was trying to run a sort of post-centered structure in terms of offense, but you didn't have guards who could really pass the ball to the post, right? So you were trying to force a lot of the guards into a role that is not natural to them. You struggle to shoot. Post play, you kind of had it on lock, but other than that, you were struggling. But it's one of those things where, new players, everybody's filling each other out. I chalk it up to, learning year. It's all right. No issues at all. But now you fire her, and I'm just like, what? What's happening? What in the world is going on? That is my question, guys. That is my question. Does anyone know what in the world is going on with the Chicago Sky? What? Like I'm wearing the Sky shirt. I've been wearing the shirt all day. I've been rocking for the Chicago Sky all day. I've been talking to people today about the team. I literally was just talking earlier today about how excited I was about Teaspoon and and the future for this team. Yes, X's and O's left a lot to be desired, but she showed that she was real. She really, 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 really cared for this team. Really, really did. And she cared for these players. And it was clear. And I thought, give her some time. Because I'm okay. I'm okay with giving coaches 3 years. Like that's what I believe in. I believe in giving coaches 3 years and then seeing what they got. Shanna says, can you turn on subscriber only chat? I thought I had subscriber only chat on. Let me check. I thought I had subscriber only chat. But guys, if y'all could please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Please hit that like button. That really does help the channel out a whole lot, guys. I make content all about women's basketball. If that's your thing, please hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button as well. But yeah, so we are in subscriber only chat. All right. Thank you so much, Brian, for the super chat. Says, wow, the Sky were predicted to finish 12th, which they didn't. This major announcement puts the start of the Sky season in a tailspin. It absolutely does. This team, they announced that they were going to have a new practice facility that's going to start to get built on in Bedford Park, right? You are trying to really get players to believe that the Sky are willing to invest in infrastructure. You're really trying to build out stuff. You're trying to sort of figure out what your core is because, again, this team is in limbo. When you look at 2022, the top 5 scorers, none of them are currently on the team. In 2022, the top 5 scorers in 2022, nobody is on the team. The only player from 2022 that's still on the team is Dana Evans. That's it. That's the only player. Even last year, the majority of our top players were not on the team to start this year, and with Marina Mabrey getting traded, by the end of the year, wasn't on the team. Like, this team has gone through so much transition. All brand new head coaches. All brand new assistant coaches. Brand new assistant coaches, brand new head coach, brand new GM. Basically, the entire roster got turned upside down. And I'm just like, you're gonna upend it again. You're upending everything again. Because with the new head coach comes new assistant coaches, means there is no real synergy between players and coaches. Because these players, these newer players and players who will still be on the team next year, they got used to towards the end of the season. They at least got used to what Teaspoon was doing. Now everything has to be changed again. It's crazy. Booker B, thanks so much for the super chat, says the social media manager was fired. Also, I think they are gentrifying the team, in my opinion. Connor was fired? Guys, the Chicago Sky had I thought he was fantastic. I probably shouldn't have actually said his name. I thought the Chicago Sky social media manager, I thought he was great. I really liked him. Is that true, or I thought he just left? I didn't know that actually happened. I had no idea. I thought he left on his own accord. I thought he's great. I know that it was his last day, and I ended up commenting on his post. I didn't know he was laid off. I thought he was just leaving and doing something else. I didn't know that was the case at all. That's terrible. I like them. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on. Oh, so he tweeted about it. Okay, so I must have missed that tweet. I saw something that was like a farewell, and I commented on it. I didn't. Maybe I thought I read the whole tweet. I don't remember it. I thought I really liked him. That's a bummer. I don't know why they fired him. I thought he was doing a good job. I thought he was doing a good job. So I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Chicago Sky. I just know that I give this guy a lot of money. I literally just renewed my season tickets. I give them a substantial amount of money, and I'm bummed about it because the Sky, I don't know why. There has to be more to the story, guys. There has to be more to the story. Now, according to this article by Annie, they're getting rid of Teresa Weatherspoon. It does not say why they're getting rid of her. But they're getting rid of her. We all know that she had a really good relationship with Angel Reese. We know that Angel Reese is really upset about it. She really does not like what has transpired. We know that Teaspoon didn't even make it a whole year before she got fired. So there has to be more to the story. We will probably find out more tomorrow. We're going to find out more tomorrow. I'm sure we will. There has to be something that we don't know that has transpired. There has to be. And what exactly that is, I'm not sure, because yes, players didn't trash Teaspoon in the end of the season sort of exit interviews, right? But they talked about learning a new style. They talked about, there was frustrations amongst players with, I've been a shooter. I'm used to playing with post players who can stretch the floor and shoot. But now I'm asked to dump it in the post and pass it to the post when I'm not used to that and whatnot. So there were growing pains. There were players who weren't happy about what was happening, right? We saw at the end of for the last game of the season, we saw Izzy and Dana Evans, get a bit emotional talking about how this year has taken a toll on them mentally and all this other stuff, right? So we all know that players were not totally happy, right? But sometimes that happens when you get a new coach. Sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes you get a new coach and they change the system, they change the structure, and not everybody's excited about that. And that's okay, right? And so I don't get it. But there has to be something more. There has to be something more than just there being a learning curve. There has to be something more than that. It's no way you get rid of her because players were upset about a learning curve, or they were upset about the style of play. There has to be something more. Has to be. Now, what that is, I don't know. But I'm gonna try to find out. That's what I'm telling you. I don't know, but I am going to find out what in the world is going on with the Chicago Sky, because this is my team. Guys, as y'all know, I'm a Sky fan. I'm a Sky fan. I love the Sky. It's where I'm from. I wanna support the Sky. I wanna talk about the team and whatnot. But I don't get this. I don't get this. I don't understand it. We will know more tomorrow. There will be a press release put out by the Chicago Sky tomorrow. And they're going to talk about it, and we're going to find out specifically what in the world happened. All right, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, and then tomorrow I'll update y'all if I know something new tomorrow. I'll make sure to update y'all as to what exactly happened. But there has to be more than just new learning style and whatnot. There was a lot of stuff that clouded the Chicago Sky. A lot of stuff that clouded the Chicago Sky in terms of people's opinions and all that stuff. There's a lot of noise around the Chicago Sky. Again, Dana Evans and Isabel Harrison kind of talked about that a little bit in the for the last game. And so, yeah, we'll see. Lil Nation says, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Teaspoon fed Angel over winning games against orders. Are you just where's the truth in that? Where's the truth in that? I don't think that's true. If it is, then okay, suspect. But I don't think that's true. But we'll see. We'll see, guys. Stuff will be released tomorrow. So that's the thing. John says 2 players asking for a trade. There was a problem in the locker room. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, clearly something wasn't right. Clearly something was not right with this team. And that's very unfortunate. That's very, 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 very unfortunate. Um, yeah. I, I don't know. I, yeah. It's very, very interesting. I'm still processing this real time. I'm still processing this real time because we have Kurt Miller who just got fired from the LA Sparks. We have Teresa Weatherspoon just got fired from the Chicago Sky. Who's next? Who's next, guys? Who is next to get fired in the WNBA? Who's next to get fired? And also, who's going to be the new coach? Who is going to want to be the new coach? Because the WNBA, is what is going to be another assistant coach. Is going to be an assistant coach in the WNBA right now. That's going to be elevated to the head coach gig. They're going to be given a year, maybe two, get fired too. Like, I don't know. There's people in the chat saying that Chrissy Sykes is going to be the next coach fired. I mean, at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if two more WNBA coaches aren't fired, because it seems like everybody's getting fired now. But the thing is, who's gonna be hired now? So who is this guy? Who is this guy gonna pick up as an assistant, as the new head coach? Who are you gonna get? You're not gonna get a head coach from college, because why would a college coach want to come to the WNBA? Nikki Collins, who was the head coach for the Atlanta Dream, she left and became the coach at Baylor for a reason. The reason is college allows you to make mistakes. College programs allows you to make mistakes as coaches and allows you to build. Pro, no. They want you to win right now. They want you to win right now. And if you don't, you're gone. You're gone. And so who you gonna get? Is it gonna be another NBA assistant coach that you're gonna get in the WNBA? Who is it gonna be a commentator? They were trying to on was it WNBA Countdown yesterday? They were trying to somebody was trying to recruit Carolyn Peck for the LA Sparks job, but she ain't going for that. But maybe it's a commentator. Who are you gonna get? Who are you going to get? That's the tough part. Yeah, I'm as a Sky fan, I am very disappointed. As a women's basketball observer, I am very confused. Okay? I'm very confused. Because I don't see the logic. I don't see the logic in this at all. Thank you so much, Brent, for the super chat. Says Quita, they hiring refs. Don't delay, apply now. It'd be cool if I was a WNBA ref, but actually I probably wouldn't like it. Because if I was a WNBA ref, they probably have rules around refs actually talking about the game. So I probably wouldn't be able to do this if I was a WNBA ref. But y'all, if reffing is y'all thing, the WNBA does need new refs. So yeah. BNHF says very disappointed. Yeah. Truth says facts, ain't no college coaches losing their pay. Yeah. Because college coaches, you get like in the WNBA, I say, they should at least get 3 years. But when it comes to college, you getting about 10 years to make some noise, right? So yeah. Thank you so much. Lil Nation for the super chat says locker room fell apart behind the scenes. Front office disagreed with some decisions that dropped trade values, inside info, but all will come out soon. Okay. All right, Lil Nation. Lil Nation says they have inside information. Okay. All right, so Lil Nation, I can't wait to see what comes out then that you're previewing. Talisha says, do you think Angel will ask for a trade now, Quita? I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, with the post that Angel posted, she literally said, I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words knowing that this woman meant so much to me in a pivotal point in my life. The fact that she's heartbroken, the fact that she's really upset about this, clearly, I hope that she doesn't request anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if she does. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Zoro. That's funny, Joe. Zoro says, Quita, you need to be the coach for the Sky. You'd make an amazing WNBA coach. No, I wouldn't. No. I've never coached a day in my life. I ain't got no business being a coach. I ain't got no business being a coach. Okay. I would love to coach. I really would. I would absolutely love to coach. That would be really fun. I would love to be a coach. But no. I would be a terrible head coach for the Sky. They need experience. The Sky needs an experienced coach. Okay? They need an experienced coach. While Teaspoon was not a coach, head coach professionally, she was an assistant coach for the Pelicans, and she was a head coach in college. And so she did have experience. Let's see. King Pisces says, hey, Quita, do you think it was Teresa Weatherspoon's coaching style that some players did not like? Yeah, I'm sure. Some players did not like her coaching style. I'm sure they probably didn't like her coaching style. They probably didn't like some of the plays that were run and whatnot, and the strategy and whatnot. But that's what happens. Players don't always like what coaches want to do. It's life, right? But there has to be more than that to have led to this firing. It's not just it can't just be, oh, I don't like the way she coached. That can't be the reason to get rid of somebody like that. And guys, remember, another huge piece that we have yet to talk about so far, but we definitely need to talk about is the status of not just the status of Angel Reese, but the status of Kennedy Carter, or of Kennedy Carter as well. Kennedy Carter is a player who enjoyed playing for Teaspoon, right? She enjoyed it. She has from what we were able to observe, she had a really good really good rapport with Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter is a player who is extremely talented, but Kennedy Carter doesn't work for everybody, right? And so her time, it didn't work for her when she was with Atlanta. It didn't work for her when she was with LA. She plays overseas. She comes back to the WNBA, and it worked with her and Teaspoon. It worked. They seem to work well together. When we saw results, we saw Kennedy Carter getting back to the Kennedy Carter that we don't know her to be, right? So, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, darn, something must have happened. And now it's like, okay, well, what's going to happen now with Kennedy Carter? Kennedy Carter's a restricted free agent. The Sky does have first rights to her if they want to match whatever deal she gets. Right? She said, I believe in her exit interview, she said that if the Sky wants her to come back, then she's willing to come back. But after this news, is she going to want to come back? Is she? I don't know. I don't know. Will her and this new coach be able to work out together? Like, will it work out? I don't know. Maybe not. All right, let's get to y'all super chats. Marcus J says, where would Angel go if she was traded? She can go anywhere. Angel can fit on just about any team. She can fit on just about any team. All right. So I don't know. Angela said with super chat, thank you so much for the super chat, says maybe too attached to motherly. I don't know. I don't think that's a bad thing, but I don't know. I don't know. She was very, very close to players. Very, very close to players. And that was just her style. Like that's just some coach's style. You know? Sue Ellen. See, that's my bedtime alarm. I did not expect to be up here this late. talking about what we talking about. Anyway, thank you so much, Sue Ellen, for the super chat. Says, I am sorry. I know this is upsetting you. Yeah, the Sky fan in me is really upset. The women's basketball observer is confused. All right, so that's the dual emotions that I have right now. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for the super sticker. This is an orange suitcase with travel stickers. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Passport Man, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, shaking my head, Sky management. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. That's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. Adrian asked, did you tell Mama? I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Adrian. So in that if y'all were on that last stream, y'all saw when I got the super chat and I looked it up and I saw that she actually was fired. I got off the stream, said I was gonna start a new one. I went and walked my dogs, and on my walk, I talked to my mom and I told her, and she was like, "What?" Y'all, Mama is shocked. Mama is shocked by this information. She's absolutely shocked because I didn't see it coming. She didn't see it coming. I don't think really anybody really saw this coming. I don't know what happened. And we just all shocked. We just all shocked because there was nothing that indicated to me or Mama that this happened. That this was going to happen, I should say. Nothing to indicate that. Nothing to indicate that. So yeah. Thank you so much, Written12, for the super chat. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. Really does help the channel out a whole lot. Lil Nation with another super chat. Appreciate it. Says a roster build plan was in place for Angel Reese and Camilla, but certain trade values were dropped. Had to trade one of the best players to recruit assets. Front office not happy. Okay. All right. Lil Nation supposedly has some insider information. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we'll see ultimately what comes out in the wash. See, the thing is, guys, I don't know any of these people. I don't know. I don't know people at the Sky front office. I don't know any of the Sky players. All I know is what I have seen on social media. That's all I know. That's all I know. Um that is that is all I know. And so some of y'all may have insider information. Some of y'all may actually know people at the front office. Some of y'all might actually know players. Y'all might have some detailed information. I don't have none of that. Okay? I don't have none of that. Um so the former Sky social media manager, I'm looking at it right now. Thank y'all for tagging me in this. Turns out that he was fired / laid off. Crazy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I thought he left on his own accord. He posted and accidentally said his name earlier, but I'm not gonna say his name anymore because I don't want to invade his privacy like that. But he said after the news was posted about Teaspoon, he says, "LOL, what a train wreck, an absolute train wreck." And he also posted, "I broke my imposed social media break. The second I heard, once I'm back, and a good. He said once he's back, he'll say more. But I didn't think I'd have something in common with a Hall of Famer in 24 hours. I hate this for Coach Spoon." So, yeah. You know, the social media people didn't even know that this was happening. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Carmela says, "I genuinely don't see the vision. Quita, what do you think it could be? Who could replace her from a player and personnel engagement standpoint?" I don't know. Carmela, I have no idea. No idea. I don't I don't get it. I don't get it. I am There has to be more to the story, guys. I don't, with what we know right now, I don't think this makes any sense. There has to be more that we don't know about that has yet to be released about this situation. There has to be. There has to be. Because I'm like, if it's just, the fact you didn't make the playoffs, if it's just the fact that players were upset because the offensive schemes was very different, right? If it's just the fact that players that the locker room had issues and stuff needed to get worked out, which supposedly was getting worked out. If it's just that, that's not a reason to fire a new head coach. That's a reason to be like, okay, let's talk. Let's work this stuff out to make sure that next year this is not an issue. That's not a reason to. That's not a reason to fire her. So it has to be something else. So guys, I am waiting on pins and needles tomorrow for something else to be released. Because it can't just be this. It can't just be this. Brian, thank you so much for the super chat, says Dana Evans had no trade value. She did. It's just that the Sky, I think, didn't get it wasn't that high of a trade value based off of what the Sky wanted to get. So that's why she wasn't traded. Sassy Cassie, what a name. I thank you for the super chat, Sassy Cassie. Says trade Angel and Kennedy to the Aces for first round draft pick. No. Well, I think that would make no sense because the Aces are going to be good for years to come. So that first round draft pick is going to be like number 10, 11, or 12 in the actual draft. That would make no sense. That would make no sense at all. You would trade for a first round pick for a team that you don't think would be very good, so that way that first round pick could end up being a lottery pick. What up, Michael? Y'all, Rapito, aka Michael, is in the house. Michael, how you doing, man? Hope you are doing well. Michael says she either did something wrong or this. She either did something wrong or this franchise is truly the dumpster fire we've seen over the years. Hashtag Skywriter for life. I repeat. Michael, I am leaning towards the that first one. I'm leaning towards the first one. There must have been something that she did that has gotten them to this point. Because I don't know. There has to be something. Like I don't know what happened, but we gonna find out soon. We gonna find out. We gonna find out, guys. If y'all are just joining, the thing to know is that we got some breaking news. We saw Teresa Weatherspoon has been fired from the Chicago Sky. This is, in my opinion, terrible news. In my opinion, shocking news. You all know I've talked about this several times in the past. I am of the belief that professional head coaches, especially in the WNBA, especially if they're new, they need 3 years. They need 3 years to really, really tell if they're a good coach or they're a bad coach. That's what you need. Mr. CM says, Quinn, what do you think she might have did to lose? I don't know. I don't know what she could have done. I don't know. I don't know what she could have done. I'm not gonna speculate. That's not my bag. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know. We gonna find out something. Repeat to it, aka Michael says, my mom. Oh no, girl, life has been crazy. My mom has cancer, so I've been offline for a bit, but I'm back now, ready for Gamecock basketball. Michael, I'm really sorry about your mom. I'm like really, really sorry about your mom. I will absolutely be praying for her. Guys, please have Michael's mom in your prayers, that she is able to, get through this cancer battle and come out with the victory on the other side. I'm really, really sorry to hear that, Michael. Really, really sorry to hear that. Guys, please pray for Michael's mom. Please. Yeah, life be lifing. Life be lifing and life be hard. So I get it. Take all the time you need. Michael and others who are going through, family related issues, personal health related issues, like life be lifing. So like, take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. And know that there's a lot of people who really rock with y'all. So like, seriously, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. Veronica says the Sky exposed Dana playmaking. The Sky exposed Dana making her play out of her position and step in as a point guard. They lowered her trade value. Veronica, a thing to know is that Dana has always been a point guard for the Chicago Sky. Dana has always been a point guard for the Chicago Sky. It's just that before, Dana was a shoot first type of point guard. Dana would come when James Wade was the head coach, right? Dana would come in as a backup point guard. But she wasn't like a pass first point guard. She's a point guard who would play great defense, and she would dribble the ball down the court, and she would look for her shot. She would pass the ball, but she wouldn't be passing the ball inside. She would be passing the ball around the perimeter. And this year, it's like, yes, she came into the season as PG1, but it was like, yes, you're PG1, and I need you to heavily focus on passing in the post. I need to do the thing. I need you to do the thing that you have never really done before. Dana's always been a point guard. Now, I am of the belief that Dana should be a shooting guard. I am of the belief that Dana should be a shooting guard, because if she stays point guard, these coaches are, especially if they have dominant bigs, they're gonna want her to be a pass first point guard, and she can't do it, especially to the post. It's clear that she can't do it. But Dana Evans is a great player. She is. I have a lot of confidence in her and her abilities to make it a long time in the WNBA. I really do. But she needs to be at a place that allows her to be a shooting point guard, or that just puts her at a shooting guard position. But for the Sky, they wanted her to be a point guard that heavily focused on getting the ball in the paint. She's not good at that. All right, but Dana's always been a point guard. Like Dana's a point guard. Like that's what she's done, right? And ever since she was with the Sky, she has been a point guard for this team. She's been the backup point guard for this team. So that's not nothing new. Her playing the point guard role is nothing new. It's the fact that she's asked to get it down low to like post real post players, right? Because the Sky, they had Emma Mieseman, they had Candace Parker, right? These are players who are post players, but they're not like, they're more like guard like post players. They're not like post like Angel and Camilla are. So yeah. Sassy Cassie says, what about the Lady Gamecocks assistant coach? Who? Is it isn't Jolette Law or something like that? Isn't she with South Carolina? Hold on, let me Google that. Yeah, you mean Jolette Law? I don't see Lisa Boyer leaving. I don't see Lisa Boyer leaving South Carolina. I also don't really see Jolette Law leaving either. Which one are you talking about? Or are you talking about somebody else on South Carolina's assistant coach thing? But yeah, we gonna see. Oh, so you are talking about Gillette. Okay. FM says, nope, Coach Law ain't going nowhere. CC says, could Coach Ty step up? No. Ty Young has not, from what I understand, no. Ty Young just became an assistant coach in the WNBA. She should not be the new head coach of this guy. Maybe she might end up as a really good coach in the future. Maybe. But no, it's way too early in her coaching career to get that head coaching job. No way. So Sassy saying Lisa Boyer? Nah, Lisa ain't going nowhere. Lisa Boyer ain't going nowhere. She is not going nowhere. If she leaves South Carolina, I will be crazy shocked if she leaves. All right. I will be crazy shocked. Oh, FHV says she meant Ty Lue. You mean, is this a joke or did they actually mean Ty Lue? I mean, why not Ty Lue? I say give it a chance. He does have a head coaching experience. He ain't going nowhere though. Why would he leave? Why would he leave? Why would he go to the WNBA? That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense at all. That wouldn't make any sense at all. So yeah, he's not leaving the NBA. I'm just saying he's not leaving the NBA. But I think that was supposed to be a joke. I think that was supposed to be a joke. I'm taking stuff too seriously. Mario says we ain't getting a Clippers coach. He makes too much. Yeah. Yeah, we're not getting Tyloo. We're not getting Tyloo. Repeat Zero, aka Michael says, no team in the W can afford our assistants. They already make 7 figures. South Carolina be paying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. We ain't getting no South Carolina coaches. Nah. South Carolina got themselves a good gig, and they're not getting rid of their coaches. They're not letting them leave like that. And also, they all seem to be happy. They all seem to be real, real happy. All right, guys. This I mean, I really ain't got nothing else to say. There's no other information to give besides we gonna wait for tomorrow and see ultimately what comes out. Again, Teresa Weatherspoon has been fired from the Chicago Sky. Why? We don't know. We should find out tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know, man. We are going to see. We are going to see what ultimately happens, guys. Yeah, it'll be announced tomorrow. Specifically what happened with Teaspoon, but yeah. Anyway, the news is she has been fired. We'll find out tomorrow why. But yeah, as a Sky fan, I'm upset. As a women's basketball observer and whatnot, I'm confused. So hopefully we'll see if there's some clarity tomorrow. But guys, I thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Guys, if y'all please could. Remy says, OMG Sky hiring Swoops. The Sky is not hiring Cheryl Swoops. No. The Sky is not hiring Cheryl Swoops. I think, yeah, they're not hiring Cheryl Swoops. If that happens, I would be crazy shocked too. I would be crazy shocked if they hire Cheryl Swoops. They're not hiring Cheryl Swoops. But anyway. Robin Nest says they could have at least waited till next season when all the players were healthy. Yeah, which makes me think that it must be something more that happened. Because why would you fire somebody who was in their first year on a team that was projected to be number 12 in the standings at the beginning of the year? We almost made the playoffs. A team that has been healthy for a grand total of 2 games all season. 2 games. This team has been healthy. 2 games. And outside of those 2 games, there was always somebody hurt. It was Camila Cardoso at first. She came back. There was 2 games. Then Elizabeth Williams goes down for the rest of the year, and then it goes from there. You make the playoffs. Had, in my opinion, had Angel Reese not broken her wrist, had Kennedy Carter not had COVID and had been in a hospital and all this other stuff, you make the playoffs. Should that not happen? So there has to be something else going on. It can't just be, oh, this guy didn't make the playoffs and some players weren't happy. It has to be more than that. It has to be. Pudgy says nobody cares. The season is over. Clearly, Pudgy, people care. We got 900 people in the chat right now. We got 900 people in the chat on YouTube, and we got a lot of other people on Twitter right now watching this stream. Clearly, a lot of people do care, Pudgy, and you do too, Pudgy, because you here, and you posting about it. So clearly, people do care. Clearly, people do. But yeah. Jew says, one thing we know for sure, this firing make no sense. Facts. Tar Heel Heat says, doesn't D Wade advise the Sky? Yeah, he's a part owner of the Sky. He is a part owner of the Sky. So I'm sure he's in on what happened. I'm sure they do let their owners know about what's happening, and the owners must weigh in. All right. So that's the stream, guys. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I really do appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, guys. If y'all could please hit that like button, y'all. I want to say thank y'all. I think the most we had in this stream was about 1,500 at one point in the stream, which I really do appreciate, guys. I thank y'all so much. Guys, I make content all about women's basketball. As y'all know, I am a Sky fan. I love the Sky, but I also sort of give it exactly the way I see it. I don't color code stuff because I don't know anybody. I don't know any players. I don't know any coaches. I don't know GM. I don't know anybody. I am just a person who is obsessed with the game of women's basketball, a person who has been watching the WNBA basically my entire life, a person who has been actively following the Chicago Sky since their inception, since the announcement was made that the WNBA was coming to Chicago. I've been very tuned into what the Sky are doing. So I just say what I see, and I give it to you exactly the way I see it, because why not? It's not like I don't have any dog in the fight. So anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If y'all are watching on Twitter, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to get my followers up. Twitter is an interesting beast. I'm still trying to figure out how to interact with Twitter, because it's just a lot. It's a lot going on Twitter. And it's sometimes it's very, very difficult to try to keep up with it. And understand what's all going on. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. Maybe I will, I'm doing my live streams on Twitter. So hopefully y'all will see those. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all so much. I rock with y'all. Thank you. And guys, yeah. Brenda, come on now. Brenda says, Rodman. I assume you mean Dennis Rodman for coach. Oh, man. Mike says, I checked yesterday. We've been doing this since 2006. Well, my channel has been up for that long, but my channel was not Quita Loves Sports before. It was I just had a regular YouTube channel. It was a regular YouTube channel where I would post videos, and I would randomly make a random video. Like you guys can see it. If y'all look at oldest, y'all would see I used to make video slideshows or whatever to some random music. That's what I would do. So I've been around for a long time, but not necessarily as Quita Loves Sports, but just as a women's basketball fan who would post random stuff about the Sky, or random stuff about women's basketball in general. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. Be kind to people. Be respectful. Guys, at the end of the day, guys, none of this actually matters. This is all... Well, it all matters. It all matters because people's livelihoods are at stake and whatnot. Teresa Weatherspoon lost her job and whatnot. But at the end of the day, women's basketball is entertainment. All sports is entertainment. And while I don't like the fact that the Sky have made a decision that I disagree with. Again, I don't know all the facts, so we'll see tomorrow what happens. But just because I'm upset about that, once I get off the stream, I'm going to sleep. I'm not upset. It is what it is. Ultimately, what happens with you know, sports doesn't really affect my life like that. Everybody, I think sometimes people take stuff a little bit too at heart. And of course I'm bummed about Teaspoon because I thought she was great. But at the same time, like, guys, don't get off the stream and be upset for the rest of the day or night. Don't go to sleep upset because you're mad about what this guy did. It's okay. Move on. It's a bummer. Absolutely. I rock with Teaspoon. I do. I rock with Teaspoon. I know she's gonna be fine. Teaspoon gonna be fine. She was an assistant coach for a bit with the Pelicans. She is a person who can do women's basketball commentary, and she was doing that a little bit before she became the head coach of the Sky. Like, she's gonna be doing something else. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna get her money. But at the end of the day, these teams and whatnot will do whatever they want to do. Unfortunately for me, I'm gonna still give them my money regardless. like, like I'm still give them. I already gave them my money for next year. I already paid for my season tickets for next year in full already. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah. Brenda says, yes, some people need other hobbies. Check your local library. Yeah. What happens in the WNBA? What happens in women's basketball? It shouldn't be your whole life. And just because that's the only content I put out here does not mean it's my whole life. It ain't at all. It ain't at all. Okay? It is not at all. Aiden says they need to cover your season tickets. Well, they don't. They don't even know who I am. They don't even care who I am. Again, they don't know or care who I am. But y'all have helped to cover my season tickets. So I thank you. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, to everybody who's hit that like button, for everybody who's given a super chat, for everybody who has subscribed to me on Patreon, to everybody who has bought merch. You all have collectively contributed to my bank account, which has allowed me to purchase my season tickets for next year. So thank you. Your support has really done that. This is not this operation thing has not gotten to a point where I can actually like do this as a career. I don't think it'll ever get there. But I was at least able to get my tickets paid for. So thank you for rocking with me, because y'all have helped me to give the Chicago Sky more money. Y'all have helped me to do that. So thank you. All right, guys. I really got to go. I got to wake up early tomorrow, and I will see y'all in the next one, guys. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I have a stream tomorrow. Once we figure out exactly what happened with this teaspoon thing. Guys, be kind to people, be respectful of people. If no one has told you yet, today, you matter. Let me tell you, you matter. You are important. I'm happy you are on this earth. We are all on this earth for a very particular reason, right? And we all have a purpose in life, and we all have meaning in our lives. So make sure that other people know that they have meaning as well, and that you let your light shine on other people, guys. I love you, but more important than that, God loves you. Jesus loves you, and He wants a relationship with you, guys. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, and until next time, until tomorrow, guys. Have a good night, and I will see y'all later. Bye.